Rolling down Highway 95, sailing through a hometown countryside. Move on over, stand aside, my cruise control and overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, we might lose control tonight. Got the shape, I love to squeeze. Looks that bring me to my knees. So please, let it roll tonight.
Hi, everyone, and welcome again to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. Well, that sign tells me we must be at Perkins High School in Strickfaden Park, one of the greatest places to walk. Just camp out and have yourselves a grand old time for the day. It's the Perkins Pirates hosting the Margaretta Polar Bears, and what has got a lot of pregame talk and chatter about being a real interesting contest. Margaretta coming in with a 12-game winning streak, and the Polar Bears ranked number 5 in the state of Ohio in the Martin RPI rankings. And Perkins playing some awfully good ball as of late, and now trying to derail the Polar Bears. And always what is kind of a fun contest, because you've got 2 old SBC members now playing as crossovers. They don't play twice a year anymore. It's just once a year, as the Rumble section is just totally on fire, getting set for tonight's game. A wild scream and then just a little casual wink of the eye. Hello. This is always a matchup of 2 student sections, 2 communities that love to support their teams. So it becomes very vocal, becomes very competitive, and it's just a lot of fun.
Charge him for that.
Yeah, these free plugs that are going on, these shameless plugs that are happening at the taking advantage of the cameras in the North Coast Game of the Week. I was trying to figure out, you had half green and half pink in the Margaretta cheering section, and I saw the theme for the night was supposed to be a green out. So I don't know whether somebody just threw the wrong clothes in the washer at the wrong time or what happened, but we're half pink and half green. But either way you look at it, it's just part of the spirit and part of the fun of this matchup. Our pregame brought to you by the Baybell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop, both located in Bayview. Logan Lesh leading the band of loonies in the stands at Perkins High School. Eric Okendorfer on the right. Behind him was the head coach of the Pirates a few days ago, acting head coach, and Tim Obergefell, who led the team to a big win over Tiffin Columbian, probably the biggest win for the Pirates of the season up until this game rolled us along. And here's the head coach of the Margaretta Polar Bears in Steve Keller, having some stuff pointed out to him on the big board by Big Jake Meisler. Fan of the Week is up next, and it is brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort, located in Mansfield. It is the Bixlers and the cutest one of the bunch, who I think is who we'll focus on mainly. It's the one on the left, by the way. The Bixler family here in Mass to support their Pirates. It is a Pirate family at the ball yard and ready to get things started on a great note. That is your Fan of the Week. It's brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield, where I suspect they're spending a whole lot of money this year making snow, because Mother Nature hasn't been cooperating a whole lot along those lines. Yeah, hey, we're ready. Everybody's ready. The pregame for Bay Bell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop, both located in Bayview. Well, who's going to win this one? Margaretta comes in at 12-1 on the year. Perkins at 6-5 on the season. And either way you look at it, spirits are running high, excitement running high, and we're ready to go with our opening tip-off coming up in just a few moments from right now. So all you've got to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy it right along with us. It's your North Coast Game of the Week, and it's next here from TW Teleproductions. Well, that just kind of depicts the wintertime of 2023 and 24. Your first quarter being brought to you by Hartung Titles, supporting local athletics for generations across the North Coast. Hartung Title. Well, here we go. It's going to be Margaretta in their away green uniforms and Perkins in their home white uniforms. And there are the Pirates all bunched up as you see the Polar Bears entering from the background. And the Rumble section, of course, where they should be. That's on their feet and ready for opening tip-off. Mikey Young and Julian Washington. Tip going to Margaretta, and we are off and running. Margaretta with the first possession of the ball game, and you look at that nice little backdoor feed for Tyson Bailey, who will get the first 2 points of the ball game on the board. A few years ago, it used to be call out the name Miller, and you had a 60% chance of getting the name right. Now it's Bailey's. We got 3 Baileys on the varsity roster, a couple of brothers and a cousin. So we get lost in the confusion. We just say Bailey's got the ball, and chances are we're going to be right. There's 3 people battling for the rebound right there. Tim Bowles in the middle of it for Perkins, and a jump ball, and the alternating possession will send it to Perkins as we get a great close-up of the silhouettes of the fluorescents at Perkins High School. We've got it all on the Game of the Week, folks. Mikey Young. It's a fast break block by Julian Washington from behind, trying to unknot a 4-4 game. Now Margaretta takes their chance. And the outlet for Dietrich. And Joey never bashful to attend or to attack the basket. There's the block by Washington. And the save by Gage Bodie. That always kind of remind you of the LeBron James block back in the playoffs when he was with the Cavaliers about 65 years ago. I mean, now Dietrich on the release the other way, throwing it up over the outstretched arms. And you almost had the slam putback at the same time by Young. Now Dietrich at the free throw line. You know, what's really crazy is players have hot and cold spells all the time. Dietrich didn't have a great night at the free throw line, but later on in the game when there's a technical foul called, Eric Kokendorfer still went to the competitiveness of Joey Dietrich to put him at the line. He said it many times before. He's a kid wearing number 5 right here. You just put your faith in him because he competes so hard. Backside rebound coming off to Gage Bodie, and the Polar Bears on the run. You know, the thing that's kind of crazy is when you look at numbers in this contest, you always think of, Margaretta as maybe not be the running team that Perkins wants to be, with the Pirate Express and all that, but when you look at numbers that are out there at this point of the season, Margaretta was averaging 66 points a game and Perkins at 57. When the opportunity presents itself, though, as you look at the assist by Sturzinger and the basket by Bowles, as Tim Bowles gets off to a very hot start in this ball game. In a 6-6 tie as we stay nip and tuck early in this contest. It's Noah Wiley on the tack that just fell off the rim, and Dietrich from long range. Scraped off by Julian Washington off the backside. Keller from deep, rebounded by Sturzinger. You know, the concern that Steve Keller had that he was telling us about before this game is you look at Perkins and they might not be off to the hottest start in the world as the Pirates grab an 8-6 lead with Tim Bowles. It's the fact that Perkins is just made up of such great athletes. You have to battle all the time against these guys. This is your team play of the game for Tarina and the team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Professional Realty. Dietrich on the assist to Bowles. And it's the way you get it done. Point guard assisting the post. Live, laugh, love, and list with Tarina Sidoti, Realtor at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. That your team play of the game. Noah Wiley, nice shooter's touch, ties the game at 8 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. An 8-8 tie after Wiley lays that one home. What really ends up happening in this game is you look at Margaretta attacking the basketball and forcing a turnover. Wiley with the assist for Julian Washington. Washington averaging 19 points per game. Wiley starting the break. And Washington finishing it for a 10-8 Margaretta lead. Both of these teams love to make the other team work at their offense. Bowles with that golden touch in the first quarter. I mean, this right here is 8 points already of the 10 for the Pirates in the first quarter. And Bowles came into the game averaging just over 7 points per contest. Goes by that in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. Well, you could see the fierce battle for the ball game, for the ball underneath, and Joey Dietrich got the worst of that one physically. Special thanks going out to the following local businesses: Noah Wiley on the left wing. Brennan Kelch going for the steal, but coming up empty on that one. And now that double team, which the Polar Bears beat, and Wiley scores. Margaretta back up by a pair at 12-10. This is a good sequence right here with Bodie going across the baseline. Tate Bailey for Wiley, and watch the Pirate defense here as you get toward the corner, and all of a sudden here comes the double team on Bodie. Problem is, if you don't stop him totally, it opens up someone somewhere, and that time it just happened to be Noah Wiley. Brennan Kelch to the basket, strong for Perkins to tie the game at 12. Well, when Brennan Kelch has a shooting eye on, he can be as tough as anybody. Kelch had tied the game at 12, and then Levi Groot giving the Pirates a 3-point lead at 15-12. Judah Keller working some time off the clock toward the end of the quarter. This 3-point lead for Perkins is the biggest lead by either team in the first quarter. Keller will get a couple of free throws. More upset about the fact he didn't get the ball to roll in. But he makes up for it at the line to get Margaretta back to within one. Pirates to work the clock down near the end of the first quarter. And of course, who do you want to have the ball? It's Dietrich, who will head to the free throw line for a couple. Not liking the first one, but a little bit happier with the second one as it rolls through, and Perkins grabs a 2-point lead after one from the plank. Pirates 16-14 over the Polar Bears. Quarter two is next. Our second quarter coming up for the Old Fish House in Huron, offering knickknacks, snacks, and BS facts to all who enter. The Old Fish House in Huron. Great place to just hang out and pass the day away. Also sponsored by Restore Pro, disaster cleanup and restoration. Restore Pro. Take a hike through Strickfaden Park, and man, you get all the scenery you want. Every season. It's great to walk through in the wintertime, for crying out loud. Get the path all plowed out. Plow? What's a plow? Haven't really needed that this wintertime at all. Second quarter underway with Perkins holding a 2-point advantage. Margaretta in control of the basketball to start. Perkins, their customary man-to-man defense. They just make you work. Take you out of your normal flow on offense. Forcing Margaretta into a turnover there, and now Pirates trying to extend a 2-point lead that they held at the end of the first. There's that alley-oop play intended for Michael Young, but it went just a little bit too high. What they do to set this up, who knows, but they're getting the ball players on one side, and Mikey Young sneaks in from the backside. Just a little bit too tall on the pass that time. Otherwise, the plank would have been screaming with excitement. So it remains a 2-point game. And Margaretta will talk things over here and trying to get their offensive flow established. Meanwhile, thanks to the following local businesses for their support of the Game of the Week: Matthews Ford, Cook Aluminum, Permis Parker Concrete, Wake Up and Waffle, Noble Fun, Schmid Architects, Steinemann Hafner Insurance, Payne Nichols and Company, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Gnomes Podiatric Medicine. Here's your Civista Bank scoreboard with the Pirates up by a deuce. Tim Bowles clearing the rebound for Dietrich. Down the floor for Weston Sturzinger, and that is a tough shot. And especially when you know that Julian Washington is there. 6'4" as it is, but he can really sky. Gets it over both Keller and Washington on a fadeaway. Great touch by Sturzinger. That's an 18-14 Perkins lead. Biggest lead of the contest so far. Looking for more right here. Instead, the Polar Bears trying to cut that 4-point lead down a little bit. Gage Bodie, a strong move to the basket for the latest basket. This is bringing the heat. It's brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works, Incorporated on Columbus Avenue in Sandusky. Washington into a double team. Bodie will find his way through. Slithering through the Perkins defense. Good touch off the glass. And that gets Margaretta back to within 2. That's what we call bringing the heat for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration since 1889. Bowles couldn't get the roll. Washington snaps off the rebound. Wiley from long range, rebounded by Kelch. And this time the Pirates on the run. The kick out to Kelch with a long ball. Perfect. And now Perkins has their biggest lead of the game, up to 5 at 21-16. Defense starts to collapse on Dietrich. Kelch standing alone out front for the knockdown 3. The Rumble section collapses on the 3. 21-16 in favor of the Pirates. Washington doing what he does so well. Getting the Polar Bears back to within 3 again at 21-18. Well, I'll tell you what, one way or another, Sturzinger was getting to that basket. Signs of good business up next. Please support these local area businesses. Brady Signs, the Bay Bell Restaurant, Crush Wine Bar, J Bistro, Cameo Pizza, S&H Blinds and Floors, Pizza House West, Groff Family Services, Remax Quality Realty. Check in with Linda Armstrong and the A-Team. Fosco Cement. We're in Matthews Ford slow motion. You see Sturzinger absorbing the contact and still knocking that jumper home. 23-18 in favor of the Pirates. They get that lead back up to 5 once again. Nice backdoor feed to Washington and a blocking foul called on the unbelieving Joey Dietrich. You be the referee right here. Washington have enough room, or didn't he? It's a great pass from Bodie. Thoughts going through Joey's head, probably something along the lines of, that's what my coaches told me to do. Washington doesn't miss many at the free throw line, knocks both of those down to get Margaretta back to within 3. Sturzinger and Bowles really off to a great start in this game, leading the way for the Pirates offensively. And that lead back up to 5 points again. Pirate defense at work. These are two coaches that are fun to watch as well. Eric Kokendorfer of Perkins, Steve Keller of Margaretta. It's like they're still out on the floor playing. Boy, they were fun to watch when they were doing that as well. Kelch, the rim rattler, and Washington getting the break started for Margaretta. Finished by Tate Bailey. Now, how does that happen? Bowles is standing under the basket. That defies the laws of Mother Nature right there. This is your pancake play of the game for Sandusky Bay Pancake House. $10 gift card going out to Tim Bowles of Perkins, who somehow latches onto the basketball right under the basket and manages to spin it through. Look at this. From actually the left side of the basket, spins it off the glass perfectly and got the roll. And the Rumble section's loving it. Every minute of it. That's your pancake play of the game for Sandusky Bay Pancake House, serving the area since 1966 with, yep, you guessed it, the best pancakes in the world. Here's Dietrich on the run out. Finally, Gage Bodie clears it for the Bears. See, basically this whole first half, Perkins' defense really hasn't allowed Margaretta many easy looks. Bowles, the latest example, Levi Groot, rather, the latest example. Thanks to the following businesses for all their support they lend to the North Coast Game of the Week. Good Time Lake Erie Cruises, Wake Up and Waffle, Schmid Architects, Shorehouse Tavern, The Crimus Company, Pizza House West, Five-point Perkins lead on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Brennan Kelch from the corner. And Margaretta knows when Kelch gets it in the corner, you better get on him in a hurry. Mikey Young unable to bring it in, so the ball goes to Margaretta. Ball staying with Margaretta. With just about 1:15 left in the first half when Perkins takes over this possession, leading it by 5. Is he going to move or isn't he going to move? Brady Legando trying to get around the corner. Down to 36 seconds left to go in the first half. Dietrich just taking his time with the ball. How many times do you see this happen where they wind the clock down to like nothing and nothing comes of it? No points, no nothing, turnover, something. You know, this is what Perkins wants at that point, is to have the ball in Dietrich's hands. A 3 at the buzzer, Dietrich to the floor, and 3 free throws forthcoming. Sturzinger with that kick out. Look at Washington soar through the air and just got a piece of that hand of Dietrich as he flung it up there. And now get to fling up 3 free throws right at the end of the half. Two out of 3 at the line for Dietrich to take the Pirates into the lead into the locker room with their biggest lead of the half at 7. And the mist and the haze still hasn't gone away. Third quarter is up next on our Game of the Week, being brought to you by James Rusatz, CPA, Income Tax and Accounting Service. You shoot me, I shoot you back. Erin Caldwell from the Sandusky Register. Just seems like she always knows when that camera's on. Takes a camera person to know one. It's the Pirate Express T-shirts. Joey Dietrich starts the second half of the basketball with Perkins holding the biggest point spread for either team on the night at 7 points. Brennan Kelch on the rebound. Ouch. When we saw Mikey Young collapse to the floor, it's like, yeah, most guys know exactly that feeling and that same collapse. Signs of good business up next. Capizzi's Pizzeria. Noble Axes. Wendy's. Marketplace. Diedrich Motors. Murray & Murray. Hartung Title. Wake Up and Waffle. Young will take a brief break here. Sitting on the bench and just thinking, why? 7-point Pirate lead, which is what they had at halftime. And here goes Tim Bowles picking up right where he left off in the first half. Hermes Parker Concrete Limited of Sandusky. This is Dietrich creating offense for the Pirates. Even a missed shot creates the opportunity here for Bowles, who wins the battle for the rebound and fights through the traffic to score. Now Margaretta facing their biggest deficit of the ball game at 9. 31-22. Judah Keller taking care of that with a 3 at the other end to get Margaretta right back to within 6. Look at Bowles again, fighting his way to the free throw line. You got Keller on the offense, and then seeing Perkins attack quickly, and Keller getting back to help out on defense, but sending Bowles to the free throw line. Well, they always say if you're going to foul them, make sure they don't make the shot. Bowles did not, so he'll get 2 opportunities at the free throw line. One out of 2 at the line for the Pirate Junior. It's 32-25. It's again the 66 average points per game offense of the Polar Bears that getting stymied for a while until Tyson Bailey finds a range to get Margaretta back to within 5. Still 6.5 left in the third quarter. A lot of basketball to go in this one. Tyson Bailey, pretty impressive for a freshman to make the impact that he has so far. Big kid at 6'1". And not intimidated by the varsity level at all. There's Julian Washington. Ball was 3/4 of the way through the rim and popped out of there. Second one on the money, and it's a 4-point ball game at 32-28. Dietrich makes it a 6-point game. And off the steal, Joey running it down the floor, using his body to protect himself from the defense, and then spots an opening, and up to the free throw line he goes. You see, he's really beating himself up at this free throw line. Second one is money. It's 35-28. Got the Pirates up by 7. Mikey Young whistled down the personal for Perkins on the rebound. Julian Washington trying to get through traffic, and Joey Dietrich with a big defensive play. And again, funny how that works sometimes. You hear in the background somebody calling timeout, timeout. Never happens, and Perkins ends up with a couple of free throws out of the deal. Young perfect at the line to build the Pirate lead to 9 at 37-28. You kept waiting for that time in this ball game where Margaretta would start to light up with one of their hot streaks, but Perkins' defense just never really let that happen. Julian Washington creating for the Polar Bears. And like we said earlier, when he gets to the line, he's not much for missing free throws. 37-30. The Pirate lead at 7. Look at numbers on the year coming into the game. Washington 51 of 60 at the free throw line, a solid 80%. It's one of the better marks we have talked about all season long in our area. Here's Mikey Young, strong to the basket for a 9-point lead once again for Perkins. Bulls tried it first, double team, triple team. You know it leaves somebody open, so they swing it backside, and then Young takes the paint. A smart basketball by the Pirates for a 39-30 lead. Here's Washington on that crossover off for Bailey. And again, Perkins just kind of doing their thing, creating havoc. Off the inbounds, Julian Washington with the score and the Margaretta timeout. It's a 7-point Pirate advantage. Up next is your North Coast Moment. It's brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio. That is your typical gray winter day on the North Coast. Seagulls having their way. And you know, there's something about being along the shoreline. It doesn't make any difference what time of year it is. It's still pretty cool. Gray day, sunny day, makes no difference. Thanks for spending your North Coast Moment along with us on the Game of the Week, brought to you again this week by Shores and Islands, Ohio. And looks like he means business, doesn't he? Eric Kokendorfer, head coach of the Polar Bears. I'm sorry, of the Pirates. Hey, he used to be a head coach of the Polar Bears, Lady Polar Bears. Perkins with the basketball. Gets turned over to the Polar Bears. Pirates holding the 7-point lead. Paige Bodie trying to make that extra pass. Wiley with the inbounds now for Washington, and Young knocking it into the backcourt for Tate Bailey. Tyson Bailey on the rebound for Margaretta. Possession stays alive for the Bears. Nice little dump off by Bodie. Here's Noah Wiley getting the roll in a 39-34 ball game. Well, there was some jawing going on from the time Noah Wiley hit that basket down at the other end of the floor. And Bobby James explaining it to us. Bobby knows all. He sees all. He's a former coach. He knows what to look for. Thanks to the following businesses for your support of the North Coast Game of the Week. Daly's Pub, UBS Financial Services, Fidelity National Title, Leslie Murray Law, The Landmark Kitchen and Bar, Luco, O.E. Meyer Company, Propane Division, Pizza Brothers, Fosco Cement, Groff Family Services, Murray & Murray, Mags Automotive, Toft Funeral Home and Crematory, Linda Armstrong, Remax Realty. Joey Dietrich takes the technical shots. As much as he has struggled at the line tonight, they still want him there, and just disgustedly swats the ball away. And that dang thing's supposed to go in the basket. That step-back jumper by Weston Sturzinger, who is having himself a night. It's another one of those young men we talked about earlier as just being a great athlete, great competitor. Something you always have to battle when you're up against Perkins. Over the back foul on Julian Washington. Although something tells me if Julian was the owner of a whistle, he wouldn't have blown it right there. Levi Groot to the line. A perfect 2 for 2, and the Pirates up again by their largest margin of 9 points at 43-34 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. I see Perkins just playing some dirty defense right here. Smiles all over the place, some sarcastic, some sincere. This is your By the Numbers play of the game for James Rusat, CPA, Income Tax, and Accounting. Watch Bodie here against Levi Groot. And again, this is just Perkins playing some defense that really challenged you. Sturzinger setting himself up for the charge. And coaches love this. When you get a player who will give themselves up and take that charge, you get an extra little praise in the locker room. That's your By the Numbers play of the game, authored by Weston Sturzinger. Hey. Earns a little bit of break for it, and the football players, a little bit of extra congratulations for him. Pirates having it their way right now toward the end of the third quarter. Cash Cook on the floor. giving Dietrich a break. A little bit of a respite before the fourth quarter gets underway. So Bobby James explained to us on the radio is that guys like Cash Cook, he didn't see a lot of time in this game, but it's a young man who just realizes his role on this team. Brady Ligondo, another one. They're out there just to keep everything together while other people get a break. And obviously right here doing it very well. Bulls drawing a couple of free throws down at the 11-second mark of this third quarter. And Bulls perfect at the line right there. And now Perkins with their biggest lead of the ball game at 11 points with 3 quarters in the books from the plank. Will the 12-game winning streak of Margaretta continue, or will the Pirates continue to play spoiler here at the plank? Come back. We've got 8 minutes of basketball yet to go here at Perkins High School. Pirates by 11. Stay with us. Fourth quarter up next, being brought to you by the Baybell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop, both located in Bayview. Scenic Bayview, that is. And the Toft Funeral Home and Crematory on Columbus Avenue in Sandusky, also helping to bring you our fourth quarter of action from Perkins High School. Margaretta with some work to do. Bulls winning that battle on the board. Pirates early in the fourth quarter building their lead up to 12. Dietrich doing a nice job of stepping through that double team, and then Mikey Young earning a couple of free throws at the line. One out of 2 at the line for Young, and the Pirates now have built their lead to 13. Gage Bodie. Nice move, couldn't finish. Bulls with that Kevin Love pass to the other end of the floor for Weston Sturzinger. Drew the whistle. Pirates' possession continues. Bulls. Man, has this young man had a game. Sheesh. This is our play of the game, brought to you by Civista Bank. Focused on you. Tim Bulls averaging 7 points per ball game, and he ends up this night with 17. He came and meant business on this night, that's for sure. 2 men on the ball. Somebody's going to be open. Dietrich finds Bulls. 2 more for the Bears. Now it's a 15-point lead at 50-35. That's your play of the game, and it's brought to you by Civista Bank. They are focused on you. That one would have been big for the Bears. Perkins trying to extend their lead again. Julian Washington says, not this time. Bears with a couple of solid opportunities to creep a little bit closer. Unable to get it done on that possession as we move on to signs of good business. Please support these local area businesses. Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Schmid Architects. Mags Automotive and Machine Incorporated. Polar Furnace and Sheet Metal. Crush Wine Bar. David F. Cook Funeral and Cremation Services. Pizza Brothers. Dockside Cafe. O.E. Meyer Company, Propane Division. Toft Funeral Home and Crematory. Joey Dietrich fighting through a double team for Bowles for Sturzinger. That's kind of like textbook stuff right there. That's not necessarily written in any playbook anywhere. That's just kids who know how to play the game of basketball right there. Always looking down the floor, looking for the openings, and Sturzinger creating that opening and finish. That's a 17-point Perkins lead. Well, I tell you what, that was a great series right there. You saw it all. Great box out. They'd hustle after the basketball by Washington, and a much-needed basket for the Bears. As tough as Perkins is making it for Margaretta in this game, Polar Bears much too good to just fold up the tent and go bye-bye. At least not yet with this much time remaining. It's Sturzinger, Sky for that rebound. That looked scary. Just the way Keller's leg went out from underneath him. And Juice is a competitor, man. I'm telling you, he gets right up. It looks like he's ready to go again, but just the way that leg kind of crumpled underneath him, the way he slipped on the floor. Nice touch by Noah Wiley. Bears are back to within 13. Wiley knocking down that short contested jump shot. And now Pirates trying to answer back. Margaretta's defense with something to say about that. Bowles with a rebound. Pirates no need to hustle or no need to hurry right here. We're watching two teams that right now know the game is on the line and just getting after it. Keller with 1 out of 2 at the line. It's a 12-point Perkins lead, a lead that was at 17 a short while ago, and Mikey Young starts to extend it out once again. Well, the way you answer is just like that. The Young fighting through the contact to score and make it a 14-point ball game again. And Julian Washington saying, yep, that's how I do it at my end of the floor. 54-42. And now teams just slugging it out. There's Weston Sturzinger. Tate Bailey at the line. It's a dozen-point difference once again. Margaretta knowing they can't let the clock run for too long. That's their worst enemy at this point, is that clock up on the wall. Perkins doing a great job of some clock eating right here. And Perkins holding a 12-point advantage. Well, and this is what Margaretta will do at a point where you've got somebody who has struggled somewhat at the free throw line. Okay, let's foul him. Joey with 1 out of 2 at the line. 57-44 in favor of the Pirates. Coming up on the 2-minute mark left in this ball game. Pretty good look that time for Cale Bailey. It was something like, I don't want to talk to you right now. A lot of rock'em sock'em action going right here. As boy, that's a tough fall right there for Noah Wiley. I've seen a number of those in this game. And somehow or another, everybody gets up, walks away, and they're okay. Series of 4 free throws put up by the Pirates right there, in which they nailed 2 of them for a 59-44 advantage, plus possession of the ball. Vinny Stroll. Yep. How about that for Vinny? Saw a lot of those last year, either on the JV level or wherever. He's attempted 11 of them so far this year. They wouldn't go. This is what you call shooter's touch right here. Nice job, Vinny. 62-44. Pirates now with their biggest lead of 18 points on the night. Vinny wanted another one right there. Get away from me so I can shoot. Noah Normington slaying defense in the corner. Now Cam Fosco. How about the 3 from Micah Groot? Well, the Groot family in the stands on this one, too. If you knew where to look for the family, they were all up there cheering when Micah knocked one down. 62-47, half minute to go. Well, the underlying fun things to watch at the ball game. So we're going to see the 12-game winning streak of Margaretta come to a close tonight. And for Perkins, their hot streak continues as they now win 6 in a row and improve to 7-5 on the year, while Margaretta would fall to 12-2. Three-man right there, Vinny Stroll. Mikey Young. Always some words for the camera and for viewers at home. Great effort by the Pirates in winning this one tonight, 62-47, and boy, they got a big one coming up next. Sandusky Blue Streak's in town, and we'll have it for you when we get back together again on our next presentation of TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. We're counting the days down. We can't wait. We will see you then.